What is up, crypto fam, and welcome back to the Bitcoin Bulletin. We're kicking things off with a bang as Bitcoin eyes a massive breakout toward its all-time high. The reason? Odds are climbing for a massive 50 basis point Fed rate cut, and we've got the inside scoop on a staggering $21 million bet that could shock the markets. But is Bitcoin's recent lull a sign of trouble? We're diving into the surprising correlation between Bitcoin and tech stocks, with experts warning that the Nasdaq's performance could be dragging Bitcoin down and putting it at risk of deeper drawdowns. Next up, get ready for some massive corporate moves. Asia's largest Bitcoin corporate holder, Metaplanet, has just closed an international share offering, securing a jaw-dropping $1.4 billion to supercharge its Bitcoin holdings and cement its status as a crypto powerhouse. And finally, Bitcoin is making waves, jumping to a stunning $113,000. What's driving this surge? A shocking surprise drop in U.S. producer prices has sent traders betting big on Fed rate cuts, sparking a rally across crypto and stocks. Don't miss a second of this action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join the Bulletin family today. Bitcoin eyes breakout toward ATH as 50 BPS Fed rate cut odds climb to 17%. Is the Federal Reserve about to drop a bombshell on the crypto market? A colossal $21 million bet suggests that the odds of a 50 basis point Fed rate cut are climbing, potentially igniting a massive breakout for Bitcoin towards its all-time high. This isn't just a minor adjustment. A move of this magnitude could send shockwaves through financial markets and significantly boost Bitcoin's trajectory. The Federal Reserve's upcoming meeting is under intense scrutiny, and the market is buzzing with speculation. While a 25 basis point cut is largely expected, the increasing chatter around a more aggressive 50 basis point reduction is what's capturing attention. This potential policy shift, driven by evolving economic indicators, could dramatically alter the landscape for risk assets like Bitcoin. The sheer size of this $21 million wager underscores the conviction some investors have in this scenario, positioning it as a potential game-changer for Bitcoin's price action. The implications of such a rate cut extend far beyond just the immediate price bump. Lower interest rates generally make borrowing cheaper, encouraging investment and economic activity. For Bitcoin, this could translate into increased institutional adoption and a broader appetite for riskier assets, pushing it closer to, and potentially beyond, its previous all-time high. The market is watching closely to see if this bet pays off, and if the Fed will indeed deliver a cut that could redefine Bitcoin's market cycle. Traders and analysts are dissecting every economic signal, from inflation data to employment figures, searching for clues about the Fed's next move. The current odds suggest a significant, albeit not guaranteed, probability of this larger cut. If it materializes, the impact on Bitcoin could be monumental, setting the stage for a significant upward revaluation. This isn't the only factor shaking up the crypto world. Stick around to see how tech stock tremors are impacting Bitcoin's stability. Bitcoin's tech stock correlation risks deeper drawdowns. Could the fate of Bitcoin be intertwined with the volatile world of tech stocks? Recent analysis from Econometrics suggests that Bitcoin's recent lull might be directly linked to the performance of the tech-heavy Nasdaq index, raising concerns about potential deeper drawdowns. The theory posits that when the Nasdaq 100, comprising the top 100 U.S. companies, enters a mean reversion phase with below-average 12-month returns, Bitcoin tends to lag significantly. This means that as tech giants experience a period of stabilization or correction after rapid growth, Bitcoin often follows suit, but with greater vulnerability to sharp declines. This pattern has been observed in past market cycles, with Bitcoin historically finding its footing only after the Nasdaq has begun its recovery. However, the narrative is complex. While some data points to a strong correlation, other indicators suggest a decoupling. The 30-day rolling correlation between Bitcoin and the Nasdaq has recently dropped close to zero. Historically, when these two assets have diverged, Bitcoin has shown resilience, even reaching new all-time highs. This short-term decoupling has led some analysts, like Ryan Lee, chief analyst at BitGet, to view Bitcoin's maturation as an independent asset class as a neutral to bullish development. Adding to the potential catalysts, upcoming economic events, such as a widely anticipated Federal Reserve rate cut and the expiration of VIX futures, could inject significant volatility. Sean Dawson, head of research at Derive, described this confluence as a potent powder keg for volatility. The market is weighing these diverging signals, the potential headwind from tech stocks against the optimistic outlook from decoupling and upcoming macroeconomic events. But while some are watching the Nasdaq, others are making massive bets on Bitcoin itself. Get ready for a story about a corporate titan securing billions to load up on BTC. Metaplanet secures $1.4 billion to upsize Bitcoin holdings. Get ready for a major power play in the corporate Bitcoin space. Metaplanet, Asia's largest Bitcoin corporate holder, has just closed a significantly upsized international share offering, securing a staggering $1.4 billion with the explicit intention of expanding its Bitcoin reserves. Initially planning to issue 180 million shares, Metaplanet dramatically increased this to 385 million, raising a colossal Yen 205 billion, approximately $1.4 billion USD. This capital infusion is earmarked for the direct acquisition of more Bitcoin, positioning Metaplanet to aggressively scale its holdings throughout September and October. The company's ambitious strategy is drawing clear parallels to MicroStrategy, the U.S. firm that has become synonymous with corporate Bitcoin accumulation over the past 5 years. Metaplanet's goal is not just to add to its current holdings of over 20,000 BTC, but to reach an astounding 100,000 BTC by the end of 2026 and a further 210,000 BTC by the close of 2027. This move signals a strong conviction in Bitcoin as a long-term treasury asset, contrasting with short-term equity market fluctuations. Metaplanet's strategic pivot and aggressive accumulation strategy underscore a growing trend of major corporations embracing Bitcoin as a core part of their financial strategy. The successful upsize of its offering indicates robust investor demand for exposure to Bitcoin through established corporate entities. This substantial capital raise positions Metaplanet as a formidable player in the ongoing corporate adoption of Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin making major moves, did you see what happened with U.S. producer prices? It sent Bitcoin soaring. Bitcoin jumps to 113K as U.S. producer prices shock with surprise August drop. Bitcoin just experienced a massive surge, rocketing past $113,000 as U.S. producer prices delivered a shocking surprise with a significant drop in August, igniting a rally across cryptocurrencies and stocks. This unexpected decrease in the Producer Price Index, PPI, suggests that inflationary pressures may be easing more rapidly than anticipated. Traders and investors interpreted this data as a strong signal that the Federal Reserve might be more inclined to cut interest rates sooner rather than later. The anticipation of lower interest rates typically boosts appetite for riskier assets, and Bitcoin, often seen as a high-growth, high-risk investment, benefits significantly from such sentiment. Ethereum also saw a notable climb, surging above $4,370 as the broader market embraced the dovish outlook. The market reaction was swift and decisive. The surprise PPI drop fueled a wave of optimism, leading to a broad-based rally not just in crypto, but also in traditional stock markets. This event highlights Bitcoin's sensitivity to macroeconomic data and policy expectations. As traders bet on potential Fed rate cuts, Bitcoin's jump past the $113,000 mark demonstrates its capacity for rapid upward movement when favorable conditions align. What a day for Bitcoin! But don't go anywhere, we've got a rapid-fire recap and all the ways you can stay connected with Bitcoin Bulletin. And that's a wrap on today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Bitcoin eyeing a breakout towards its all-time high amid climbing Fed rate cut odds, explored the risky correlation between Bitcoin and tech stocks, witnessed Metaplanet secure a massive $1.4 billion to boost its Bitcoin holdings, and watched Bitcoin surge past $113,000 on surprise producer price data. If you got value from this update, smash that like button, subscribe for more essential crypto insights, Ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for real-time updates. We'll see you next time.